So we're going to do 2.2. This is perimeter on the coordinate plane. So my learning target is I can compute perimeters of polygons. We need to remember what perimeter is. We've been doing perimeter probably for a really, really long time. Maybe it's just we've had quite a break. Okay, perimeter is the sum of all the side lengths of a shape. That's code for adding all the side lengths, right? Sum is the same as adding. We've got these cool repetitive steps for us. We can, because we're on the coordinate plane, we can count spaces to find the distance between points, or sometimes we need to use the distance formula, which we learned last time. So let's just pause for a second and rewrite the distance formula. Distance formula is square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, that is the distance formula, where x2 and y2 and x1 and y1, they're just points. Okay, so here's what your questions look like on Delta Math. Okay, it's going to ask you to plot those points. So here are your points. Let's do that really fast because that is step 1. So I've got 8, 1, 2, 1, negative 2, negative 8, 4, negative 8. Okay, looks like I've got a nice little parallelogram looking thing here. Okay, and we know a couple things about parallelograms. We know that this side and this side are the same length, and we know that this side and this side are the same length.
Teachers, pardon the interruption. Will you please excuse the
Okay, step 2 is count the sides that you can. So you'll notice, if I zoom in really close here, this right here is not exactly one whole space. So when I have a diagonal like this, I can't count the spaces. I can maybe get close. You know, we can maybe say this is, you know, almost a little bit over 9 spaces or something like that, but we need exact. So we're going to use the distance formula for these two. But this one, notice because it's going straight across, it follows my line, I can just count this one. It is 6 spaces across. And because that one's 6 spaces, so is this one. Okay? But how do I find the diagonal? So we're going to use the distance formula. We were told at the very top what the coordinates were. We just need to pick these two. Okay, so this coordinate is 2, 1. This coordinate down here is negative 2, negative 8. And I'm just going to plug those into my distance formula. You can pick which ones are x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Okay, and then we just plug it in. We did this last class, so we're going to do it up here. x2 is 2 minus negative 2 squared plus y2 is 1 minus y1 is negative 8 squared. Okay, I'm going to plug that into my calculator, and I'm going to get square root of 97, which if I convert that, it converts to 9.8 after it's been rounded, which is fine. So I know that this point to this point, or the line of my parallelogram is 9.8. And if this one's 9.8, then I know that this one's 9.8 as well. Because I know that on parallelograms, the sides opposite each other are equal. Once I have all the sides, so this is step 3. Once I have all the sides, step 4 is just find the actual perimeter. So perimeter of my parallelogram is 9.8 plus 6 plus 9.8 plus 6. I'm just going around. These are all my sides. And perimeter is just adding them up. And that's what I'm going to do. So when I plug that in my calculator, I get 31.6. And that's what I would put in a Delta Math. So count the sides you can. Use the distance formula for the ones you can't. And once you find all of the sides, add them up. Okay? You can either be given parallelograms or you can be given triangles. So let's take a look at this triangle right here because it's a little bit tougher, and I'll show you why. So my points are already plotted because I designed it that way. You'll still have to plot these points, but it's all good. I see that this one is perfectly horizontal, which means I can count this one. So there's step 2. If I count this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is 9. 9 spaces. Okay, but G to E, this right here, and G to F, they're both diagonal. I cannot just count them. So I need to find the coordinate points. So that's -8, 1. G is at -3, 8. F is at 1, 1. I need to find the distance from G to E. And I need to find the distance from G to F. So from G to E, I'm going to use points G and E. It's going to look something like this. We'll call E the x1, y1. So I've got -3 minus -8 squared plus 8 minus 1 squared. So that's taking x values and y values from G and E. G to F is, you can pick which ones you want to be x1 and y1. I'm just going to do it as if F is x1, y1. So I've got -3 minus 1 squared plus 8 minus 1 squared. When I plug those into my calculator and hit enter, I get G to E is 8.6 after it's been rounded. G to F is 8.1. And so after that, I've got all my sides, and I can find the perimeter of the triangle, which is going to be 8.6 plus 8.1 plus 9. 3 sides, 3 distances. This adds up to 25.7. Okay, so we did a parallelogram, now we did a triangle. It takes a little bit of practice, especially because we've only been doing the distance formula for so long. But really, it is count the sides you can, use the distance formula for the sides that you can't, okay? And then actually find the perimeter, okay? You guys have a great day. Email me with any questions you may have. Thank you.